What's up, everybody? RaviRamCPA again from RaviRamCPA.
I'm Devin Ramnarade. Hey, guys.
Hey, and this week we're going to spice things up just a tad. We're going to kick it up a notch. We're going to put some Scotch bonnet on that. We're going to talk about all flash, no cash. Everyone's heard that term. You know, you've probably heard it in your favorite rap song or just, high school, college talk, or maybe your kids talk like that. But
TLC's No Scrubs,
Yeah, oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah. So we're going to go a step beyond that and talk about how, A, these types of people are around you, and B, how to not get fooled by that type of influence. Let's go right into it. Most of you, watching this type of vlog have seen the movie Boiler Room, or have at least heard of it, where, you have these stockbrokers in New York City or around New York City who probably make the $500,000, $600,000 a year, but they're always living 3 steps ahead, and when they lose that type of job through bad performance or whatever it is, bad investment decision, which is whatever, they have already, again, they're living 3 steps ahead. They may have married somebody who saw the money and said, oh, they found the true love of their life.
They have all these, expenditures that they haven't paid off yet,
Yeah.
and they don't have any income to pay them off now.
Right. The wife all of a sudden leaves them, and,
Suddenly she's just like, oh, we've been having problems for a while, so, I gotta go. I met someone at the grocery store, so,
Right. Yeah, again, appearances can be deceiving a lot of times. The people who are really making that type of money don't live like that. People who all of a sudden fall into a windfall of cash, if they have a good head on their shoulders, they don't upgrade their house, they don't upgrade their car, they don't upgrade the types of restaurants they went to. God, when I was a broke graduate student, I went to the same restaurants then that I do now. We love buffets, we love Cheesecake Factory, we love stuff like that. We're just there today.
If you got an upgrade you need to make, that's one thing. But if you're just suddenly going to go make it rain everywhere, I know we've talked about this before, you have to pay for that.
Right. And anybody that you're trying to do business with that actually is wealthy is not going to be impressed by that type of thing. A lot of times they like their beer and potato chips.
They're actually going to probably look down on it.
They're going to look down on it. They're going to say, hey, if you're doing this type of reckless stuff with your money, what are you going to be doing with mine?
Yeah.
Number 2, we want to talk more about the myth of the $100,000 a year job and how great it is, how it's
my
the
God.
pinnacle of richness.
$100,000, you hit the big time now.
Yeah, if you're living
you don't have to buy lottery tickets anymore.
Yeah, right. Well, if you're living in a place like New York City, which bridge are you going to be living under?
Right, you get a gold-plated box.
Yeah, gold. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The other day, was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
We were at the nail salon. I got my nails did. And on HGTV it was playing over the big screen, and the couple was in New York, and they were looking at some apartments to buy that were closer to this guy's workplace, in this kind of more low key part of Manhattan. The cheapest one they ended up looking at was in the upper 800,000s. This couple made a lot more than $100,000 a year, I'm presuming, but what if you were making that kind of money and you tried to buy something like that there?
Yeah, the place that they showed on the TV, while I was in there waiting for you, it looked like basically a shithole.
Yeah, it was a 1-bedroom.
A walk-up.
Yeah, a 1-bedroom walk-up.
Yeah.
And it had, like a washer and dryer that was like this big, stacked on top of each other. It was a joke. You had to share your backyard with people.
Again, people, they see these ads in the paper or on LinkedIn or whatever it is and talking about these jobs, $80,000, and it's supposed to be like the holy grail or something. No, don't be fooled by that. If you're going to take a job like that, if you don't have a choice, you need to have a couple of investments already that are yielding you at least 50% of that, if not more. Right,
or take that money that you're now getting if it's your first job or if you just moved up and start saving it. Don't go buy a new house and a big chain,
Right.
Start putting that in your bank and trying to make an investment for yourself.
Exactly. And finally, number 3, we want to talk about people who overextend themselves and actually take out these really big mortgages, like further to the second point that we just mentioned, who, okay, let's say they do get a breakthrough and get this type of big money C-suite executive job. I can speak from prior experience. A few years ago, I did get offered a CFO job it wasn't even a few years ago, it was 2 years ago, I got offered a CFO job while promoting RaviRamCPA. Very, very unexpected. And I ended up doing it for a little while, but it didn't mean that all of a sudden I upgraded from my very simple yet, I guess, lovable, I do love this place where I live in, apartment, and go and buy a place by the beach or go buy a, McMansion somewhere.
Yeah, or a house, big ass house. We don't need that.
No, it's not worth it. Is a house that's worth 3 times more than my condo going to give me 3 times the pleasure?
No.
No. Hell no. Yeah, no, especially when the bills come every month. So.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get that pain in your leg where your wallet's supposed to be.
Exactly. So yeah, no, not worth it. And people think, because they're falling into some windfall of money that they have to keep up some kind of appearance. Keep up an appearance? No.
Oh,
honestly,
gosh.
I went to a school, Boston College, where at the time, as a 20-something-year-old, I'm like, oh, wow, I was the poor kid at a rich man's school, and it's like, wow, cool. So I can literally learn from these kids and learn what it takes to get to that level. And then I found out very quickly that you don't want to be talking to these kids. You want to be talking to their parents. The kids are betas most of the time, unless they've taken their parents' money and literally, quadrupled it. They're betas.
I mean, that's rich kids in general. A lot of times they don't have that struggle fear. They don't have to know how hard it is to be hungry, and so they don't try that hard. They just don't. Even if they're hardworking people, they just don't have that hunger in them.
Right, exactly. So, and when I did get the opportunity to talk to some of these kids' parents, I was blown away, and honestly, a lot of that, along with talking to some of the people, the well-to-do people in my extended family who I grew up with, just all of that combined literally brought me to where I am today. And
Right. Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, how many people do we know that they spend so much of their paycheck or so much of their time worrying about what other people think? You guys do not need to do that.
No, absolutely not.
Please don't do that.
Yeah,
nobody cares.
We're
sorry.
We're begging
Nobody
you.
cares.
We're begging you. Just literally stick with what's right and make wise decisions for yourself. Anybody who's meant to be in your corner is going to be there. If they're not, then
Definitely.
So long.
Definitely. And that's another thing. No matter how successful you are, no matter how awesome you're doing, some of those people that, think they're doing awesome are going to fall off anyway.
Right. And those who didn't think anything of you when you were coming up are going to be stalking you on all sorts of social media and trying to call you and
making passive-aggressive posts about you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, we see you. We're blocking you, and believe you me.
Oh, you're not blocked. You can watch.
Depends on the person.
Yeah, depends on the person.
So again, for Devin Ramnarain, I'm Robbie Ramnarain. So long, and we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, if you're willing to watch. Bye.